Today we're working with Picmonkey.com. When you first come to the site, you're going to click on Edit, and a drop-down menu will appear. Go to the computer symbol. Choose from one of the pictures, from our list to work with today. The next library time you'll be working with your own photo that I've taken of you from today. Today you're just going to get familiar with the tools. All of our tools are listed here on the left-hand side. I want you to start from top, going to bottom, exploring them. You can use several of the tools like crop, change your color, rotate, look at your exposure. So real quickly, I'm going to crop this. And I don't want some of that background showing. So once I have everything in the colored area that I want, I will hit apply. That will save your photo. Now I'm going to go down to the next tool. And the next tool is the effects tool. You can have a lot of fun with this tool. It changes how the picture colors intertwine and in the format of the picture, I guess. If I want the picture to look more tranquil, you click on that and notice how it changes that color within that. Remember, you have to hit apply to apply it, so I don't want that. I'm going to go ahead and go to cross process because this is a fiction book that's scary, and ooh, that kind of is scary. But I want to look down a couple more. I'm going to go ahead and go with, let me see, just based on what I'm looking at, I kind of like, here we go, this one. But notice it's very bright, so I'm going to dull down on that hardness by moving these, make the strength a little lighter. But I can't really see the title of the book, so maybe this isn't for me, so I'll hit cancel there. Let me see. And just play around with it. Decide on one. Oh. No, I'm going to cancel. Can't really see that. Go back up. Dark edges. Let's see what that does. Yeah, I like that. So I hit apply. Move on down to the next set of tools after I play around a little bit. And this is a touch-up. You can have a lot of fun. You can take out any blemishes. So if you have any zits on your face or any spots that you want to fix, you can airbrush things, move wrinkles in your shirt or in a book cover. You can reduce the shine. Notice he has a lot of shine right there. So if I click on that, my brush size is 100 because it's a big area. I'm just going to click within the area, and that will kind of remove some of that shine on his forehead. And I'll apply that. I can add a tan, whiten my teeth, and they also have the red eye option here to remove red eye. So if you have looked straight into the flash and have a red eye, you can use that tool. Okay, below that is your text, and you need to pick one text, make sure it's highlighted within there, and then you click on add text. Everyone will have to add a text box to their photo, and you have to include the title of the book. And this is The Graveyard Book. And hit return. And then you also need to add the genre. When you're adding the genre, it's either fiction or nonfiction, and you can be a little more specific of what area of fiction it's in. This is a suspense book, and I might want to change that a little bit later, and I can go back. And the call number. Call number is important when this is up on the bulletin board on display for books that you recommend. This will help others find it. And remember, your call number is your first 3 letters of the author's last name. So it's GAI for this. And I'm going to move this somewhere on my photo where you can recognize it. And notice this book is really dark, so I will probably want to go ahead and make it really light. So I'll do that. If I move it this way, let's see. Oop, maybe I can get the title on one line then. There we go. Just play around with that feature. Okay, and if you reduce the box or make it bigger, that will affect the size of the font in there as well. So I'm going to put that there. Next you have overlays. If you want to add a symbol or a picture, I have arrows pulled up. If I wanted to go ahead and add an arrow to this picture, pointing to the title to reinforce, you know, what book it is. I'll do that. That there. Okay. And then I can look at the frames. I'm going to go ahead and get a film edge on it. Kind of fun. But I want it more of a rustic. Remember. Now look at this. I have to change that. So be real careful. Look at your text box whenever you pick things or choose things. Here you go. Drop shadow. I'm going to discard because I did not apply, so I'm going to discard that. There you go. I like that. So I'll apply that. Okay. And then after I'm done with frames, I can look at textures and add any texture. I can also add any themes to it that I'd like. So when I'm done working with all the tools, I hit save. It'll ask me where I want to save it. You're going to save it to your computer. You know, it might take a while to pull it up. Save it to your computer, not to Dropbox, please. And you just go ahead and save it within the file where you got your picture from. And I'm going to put final and my name. And it should save right in that file.